Turkeys on a limb, bass on a line. Ain't none sweeter than a strawberry wine. High in a tree, wind's looking good. Hope it comes in, jewels like it should. It's about a time, it's what the cameras show. Here it comes in, chasing a big old doe. His tongue's hanging out, he's coming in the rain. And go to full draw, things about to change. Here at deer camp, we'll hunt all day and hope the big one don't get away. Here at deer camp, it's the woods I grew up in, hunting with all my kin. Here at deer camp, I just shot a stud, thank the good Lord up above. Here at deer camp, I know one thing for sure, I'll be behind a tree up on Coon Knob, and I can't wait for this fall to be at deer camp.
Hey guys, we're out here with another trip out on the lake with Anthony here with RipNLip. This is another part of the LOZ Fish Camp 2024. It's been one heck of an event. We're having a lot of fun. We're going to get out here. I'm going to let Anthony use some Sho-Me Baits and see how he likes them and give a little bit of review on them and see if we can put some fish in the boat. What do you think? How deep are we fishing here?
So I've got right here, we're going to be fishing a little shallow water right here. I found a little brush pile, 9 foot of water. We're going to check this brush pile out right here, see if we can pull a few fish off of it. We're going to move out a little deeper, and then we're going to shoot some docks here in a little bit.
Yep. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be live scoping, pretty much vertical jigging right over top of this brush pile, dropping it down, watching it get down there, and keeping it in front of the fish as long as we can until they hit it.
There's one. First fish, he bit it pretty good this morning.
Yep.
It's good fish. Got it.
All the way around behind me.
Oh. Okay, we're going to double up right here real quick.
Zoom in on that. And this bait by far is my favorite bait of all the ones I make. Small little
So it's kind of like a monkey milk.
Monkey milk.
Kind of like a monkey milk.
My version of monkey milk, I put a gunmetal silver flake in it. Some of them you can see a little bull. A lot of my baits in my tackle box are seconds. I use the stuff that don't come out as pretty and not at all what I'm going to sell to customers.
They work just as fine.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Throw one of these on.
Got so many, you know, I fish northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, and you know, Oklahoma has a 37 fish limit.
Yeah.
Now there are some lakes that are 15, but some lakes have size limits, some don't.
Yeah.
But when you go to Kansas, it's 50 per person. But I mean, like fish like that, that's a good fish. You're gonna have fish that grow up.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of these in the lake that will. You have a lot of these right here
in the lake that you know are going to be future breeders to sit there and keep your population. But what I've seen on this lake here, you are not short of any trout. No, by any means. Some of the lakes have actually tried to take out more of those.
It's not a dough bait, it's a soft plastic. It's infused with the scent when I cook it.
So how does that work for you? Whenever you do the infusion on those?
So it's basically just mixed in as I am cooking it. And then I also add it to it afterward. Yeah. Well, it's your garlic.
Oh yeah.
And I make a small version and I make a big version. A lot of guys that are ice fishing that are using those 164s, 190 size hooks, they don't want a big niblet or whatever. So they're small, but they're strong. Yep. And they don't impose in your hook set and everything. So, and they don't dissolve or fall off every time a bluegill pet.
You know, that's the biggest thing is keeping your bait on your hook.
Yep.
Absolutely. See that? You know, this right here, the one that I have is, believe it, I have to double check it. Is it trucking magnet or power bait? Power bait. Supposed to be power bait. And, you know, they're good. They really are. But it doesn't take much for something to cook it. And it's out.
That is a cool deer, man.
The new Shapeshifter by Interlock Broadheads. The only broadhead ever developed that will fly exactly like a field point out of today's fastest bows. Shapeshifter's patented exo cover is strategically designed to shatter on impact and deploy a lethal 3-blade mechanical broadhead. True field point accuracy. Devastating results. The new Shapeshifter by Interlock, made in the USA. See the full story at interlock.com.
Just like so. Man, look at this fish right here. Oh, there's a good one right there. Yeah, I knew some of them better fish sitting on top of that. We'll put a couple in the live well for some pictures. There you go. Get him in that bowl. Not well done, sir. And then you'll run across one. Then you'll run across one that will give you everything that you could want. There we go, we doubled up. How about it? Come on, get it in the boat. Look at that right there.
Double.
That's how it goes. Can I get my big one out so I can put mine next to yours? Look at that.
Perfect. Perfect.
Live welds you can.
We just put it right there on the right side of the one, the little tabs up.
Yep.
Give it a little tab twist. Perfect. I've always wanted to be a part of a hunting and fishing show.
Yeah, you know, that's what started me, and they actually met me.
You know, they're 6 and 7, so it's not like, you know, they've been on hunts yet. They've been duck hunting with me, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's kind of a couple of years ago, I took them out and brought the wife and the kids and Chick-fil-A and everything else, and we're sitting in the duck blind.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the crazy part was I was getting the area ready, and I had hardly any brush whatsoever on the blind. And I said, let's just sit out here and see what we can do. And I threw like 6 decoys out, had them in the blind. We're all in lawn chairs eating Chick-fil-A, and I shoot a 5 mallards, all greenhead right there.
Yeah.
In like 10 minutes. And it was just like, my kids were so eat up with it
Yep.
that,
From the time they could walk, I was taking my kids out. So they'd sit out in the blind with me or whatever. I've got the pictures of my oldest.
what do you got on that thing? I mean, you got this special bait or something?
Sho-Me Baits with one of our small garlic slab candies. They like it.
Holy cow. Evidently.
And that's 3 fish on it, and I still have my nibble.
It still have you. Look, I get one bite.
I still got it,
I get one bite.
and it still smells like garlic.
I can smell it from here. I just know if I put one on, I don't want to rub my lips later on. I'm like, no.
Beats the crap out of the docks and
You catch one, I got one chase. I had one chasing me all the way to the top.
lost him.
But
So, you know, this time of year is tough sometimes on the bow fishing. We've had multiple tournaments this week on the lake, so the fish in general are just pressured. But shot some fish, took some newbies out, and they got their first fish.
you know, I think after y'all finished up, we had an opportunity. The guy turned around and was like, "Hey, y'all want to go?" We were just standing on the dock, and so we got to go out last night for a couple hours after you finished your trip, and that was kind of cool because I've never done it.
Yep.
And
So Jackie Quinn that took y'all out with LOZ Bow Fishing Adventures, he's one of the team members.
okay,
He hunts typically right here on Lake of the Ozarks. He's got a farm down in our area that's a family farm. And then he also, through his spoonbill snagging and bow fishing, has met some guys and has land in Kansas that he draws tags for and goes out there. He killed a big Kansas deer last year.
we spoke about that a little bit last night. I actually, in the wintertime, I transitioned from, you know, fishing guy, which I'll fish in the winter. I'd rather do trips in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But, you know, most people, it's too cold and this and that and the other, but that's when the big fish couldn't play.
Yeah.
And they're feeding up for the winter and everything. But wintertime, you know, most people are deer hunting and duck hunting and any other kind of hunting there is on the market, you know, and it's just kind of, I had an opportunity a couple of years ago, and I've done it for a few years out west, about the middle part of the state of Oklahoma. West of I-35, we shoot sandhill cranes.
Yep.
And it is a fun opportunity. I work for a guy, called Brian Baker. He has actually, he's a guide for, he has spoonbill wreckers out of Oklahoma. And then we do the sandhill crane, we call them crane wreckers. You know, so they need he's a wrecker all around, whether it's fishing or
Yeah.
migratory birds. He's at it. But
That would be a fun hunt.
that is something that I thoroughly enjoy. And they call them the ribeye of the sky. And if you ever tried one, you would. The name fits because it is just. If I ask my kids, if I give my kids an opportunity to have a steak or a crane, they would pick a crane over a steak any day of the week. You know, most of them. Oh, you got one chasing you right now. Go ahead. You even had a good one chasing you. See if we can grab a couple right here off this. I mean, this guy's just putting me to shame today. That's perfect, though. I enjoy it. So I think that you have got me sold on a potential bait extractant.
Another good one. Let's throw one on there real quick and see if.
Yeah, let's do, because look, I've got these fish chasing me,
But they won't commit.
So now we're gonna put it to the test. So we're gonna put it to the test. I gotta touch these things. Let's see. Holy cow, them things are stinky.
They're strong. And I have a garlic scent, shad scent, crawfish, shrimp, and anise.
Oh, what?
Anise or Anson, depending on where you're from. It's the licorice scent.
Let's see here, it almost gets right under me. There. Let's see what we got going. Now, if this gets past this thing, I'm sold. I want a case of it tomorrow.
So in that little pack, there are 400 of those slab candies in that one bag. And I mean, we're pretty similar if people want to, other than orange head. I've got a chartreuse with a silver belly, which is my Sho-Me Shiner.
And I'm using a hair jig from Sho-Me Baits with a Cyclops jig head, 16th ounce. But I mean, the color, you know, for the most part,
is pretty much the same.
Absolutely.
So,
just a little different profile. You got a little more action. What size jig head are you using? Is that an 1/8 ounce?
Yeah, that's it.
See? And so you're actually getting it down there with the weight above it.
Yep.
I'm floating it.
You're floating. I like to get down there in the fish and then come up slow.
I agree with you. I like to I'm not a patient person. I want to get it down there on the fish so them fish can see it.
And some people will disagree with me. I feel like the weight above the jig helps stabilize the jig.
You know,
to where it doesn't flutter and do as much crazy stuff, and then it settles back down to where it was.
So, you know, and that's what a lot of things are for that people don't realize is, like, take this jig head that I'm using, the Cyclops. This is designed to fall like a wounded bait fish. So if you see it, look, see how it kind of mimics, you know, just an injured fish falling in the water. Now, granted, when that fish rolls up on it, and then I start ripping it back, it's like all of a sudden he gets new life, you know.
Yep. It does the same thing as what the Cinco does in the bass world. It wobbles as it goes down for that triggered bite. Sometimes, and if you're watching your scope, you'll jerk it out of his mouth.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's what I really.
Another one with shoulders.
Really? I love it. We know who's still in the live well today. That guy. We put these garlic scented on scent balls on here. Every time a fish would do that, he said, "Oh man!" Instead of him biting it, he goes, "He's just licking it."
Just licking it.
So you know, now we got this scents on here.
I'm
gonna tell him today.
Licking it and tasting
They're just licking it.
Yep.
it's still just Ben and me right here doing what we've done for 10 years now. We've been able just to continue to focus on things that matter to you. This camera is going to be a special camera for us.
Looking forward to what comes after this because I know we're not going to stop.
Yeah, look at this one. Come on. Great fish right there. That's a 11 inch. That one right there is probably going to be pushing 12 and a half, maybe 13 possibly. So if you look at it on camera back there on the graph, you see those fish sitting at about 23 foot out.
Yep.
I want you to stand right here. Now, just for the viewing purposes, the people that live here have given us permission to get on their dock. So they've been down here, talked with us for 2 days,
Yep.
and have given me permission on docks. I know that getting on people's docks
It's frowned upon.
it is frowned upon in most places, but this one we do have permission to be on. Let's do a little teamwork action. Or actually, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Because I'm gonna guide you. I want you to walk around to that section right there. And I'm gonna drop you on these fish, okay? We did this yesterday, and it was so cool, because you know, you work together as a team, everybody's successful. Down, down, down. You right in on it. Come up slowly. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Just pecking at it. Wow. I don't know if we need this on camera. I can feel it before I even pick it up. Oh, yes.
It's so cute.
Oh, yes. That thing, look at this thing. My bait is as big as this fish. Now, granted, I'm fishing with a 9-inch bait. Look at that right there. Let's bring that thing. Let's make that thing look like it's 3 pounds right there. It's a future 3-pounder.
That'll be a lot of fun, and if it is, I'm coming out there, and you get to fish my home lake, and I'll get to come out there and fish some of your home water.
Well, I can tell you right now, I think from the grapevine, we'll see which lake he chooses, but I think it's another clear lake, and so we'll be back to dock shooting and things like
I had
that.
to sit in the living room and practice in a solo cup or something.
Right? Well, hey, thank you for coming out.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming out. And
thank you.
Had a lot of fun.
But for any of you out there, I'm Anthony Owens with RipNLip Guide Service. I'm based out of Northeast Oklahoma. I run crappie trips year round. We have several different lakes that we choose from. It's your choice. I will give a preference of where the better fish are. We do like to go up into southeast Kansas to catch crappie. And right now, it is a good time. They're starting to fatten up,
Yep.
get big, and the bite is on there. So if you're interested in doing a trip with me, give me a call, 918-693-2799. Or you can follow me on Facebook at RipNLip.com, or just RipNLip Guide Service, excuse me. And you take a look at that right there. That's how you can find me.
And if you're interested in any of the plastics we use today, you can get those at ShoMeBaits.com. If you've got any questions about fishing, shoot me a message on the Facebook there at Sho-Me Baits, and I'll do my best to answer it. And if I don't know what the answer is, I've got some knowledge and some people that I can contact. We fished with some of the best there are. Mr. Charlie Button that we fished with this weekend, 3-time national champion. I mean, he's one of the best.
He is.
He put me to shame. He's shooting them docks, and he caught 10 to my 1, you know.
So now I feel bad. You put me to shame today.
So, but you know, this is an industry where you know, we have to teach each other.
Absolutely.
And we're not going to catch every fish in this lake. So why are you going to gar hold somebody and, you know, send them somewhere where you know there's not fish? And just like with your service, you're not going to take guys out there and put them where there aren't any fish.
No, I mean, the biggest thing is get people in the outdoors,
Yep.
get them on a boat, take them on a dock, get them on the bank. You know,
And it's
there's
the same
enough for all of us to have fun.
Yep, it's the same with the woods. We were sitting there talking about taking our kids hunting and everything. That's the next generation. We got to pass that on and keep it going. So, guys, thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the woods or in the water somewhere. On the water or in the woods. Hopefully you can edit that out. Yep.